I don't know. I think this comes very much down to individuals, how they can last it against one another, and I guess that is sort of why Bloodseeker is also a cool or great hero. He sort of rewards that individual skill as well. You know, getting those last hits is actually double the reward, sort of, because you regen up as well. So I think that's a bit of a neat sort of aspect of that hero. But overall, also a lot of damage. We saw that yesterday. Just on anybody you want to. And the Bloodbright is just a huge and great AoE sort of controlled spell because you prevent those heroes from positioning themselves properly. And especially heroes like Lina or Puck who need to be in good positions for, during the fight.
Alright, M19 versus Vega Squadron. Game is just about to start, so it's prediction time. Play with team with most Roshan kills. I kind of want to give it to Vega just because they're the Ursa, so at the very least gonna get that first, more than likely. Team, they're more like just reliant on the.
Yeah, I'm going also for Vega. You have Slada, you have Ursa. That is. Oh my god! I have to restart my goddamn client again.
To have that back. Okay. But yeah, last play to be killed. I'm just gonna give it to Phonic because it's a Puck, very hard to kill correctly. Total number of smoke gang kills by 10. I'm just gonna give it to. It's like a very random one most of the time. How long will the game be? That as well. Just 37 to 44 minutes or later. Right, I'm gonna switch to that. Yeah.
Gold and sweet. What sort of prize is this?
Yeah. Especially at least for Vega, right? You can delay the game or momentum from an team quite a bit just because you have the Dream Protector to just keep the towers topped up. That is, that's what I was talking about. I was thinking a little bit later, like if you have 1 or 2 Dragon Slaves, points up on Dragon Slave, that's just a straight up kill, but as it stands, it forces out 1 of the 2 styles from G, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to just start off dominating. It's very annoying, really.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty much, yeah. Eventually you rotate out. Yeah, right now, next up 2. She went for the Fiery Soul. Not sure about this one, but anyway, yeah, G, he is sitting at 1 last hit. Solid 1. So 1 is better than 0, but it's not a good start. Bloodseeker is still one of these heroes that need to rely on the snowball factor to just accelerate out of the mid lane. Especially with Misha and Nyx, if they, or if Nyx and Nyx, it's gonna be so annoying, by the way, with the player being Nyx and Nyx Assassin. But yeah, if they just stick around, they keep this pressure up, then Bloodseeker will not even have the opening to really go forwards at a lot of these last hits. Careful. Well, beautiful. once again, they're just keeping away from last hits. I think that was the main goal of that. Maybe try and get him out of XP range too. Wasn't quite successful at that, so he is at least level 4. 2 points up Blood Rage, 2 points up into Thirst. But what can you really do with that still? You need the golds. Yeah. Right. Oh god. Just might. First blood.
First assassination is complete.
Yeah. Finally landed orb or something? Just all Misha.
Death and good are linked.
3 beef now for Phonic as well, so should be able to land level 4 from that. Pretty damn good. Level 3 on Nyx Assassin after the kill as well, so you have the option to go by Carapace or the second point Pale. Bottom lane here is a lane that we haven't really talked too much about. Slayer committing here to helping Afterlife. What do you make of this? This is worth it, just giving Afterlife these extra bit of CS? Because he is winning this lane. Absolutely. Blood Rage on him, so Slayer's right clicks do so much more. And easy setup for G to finish off, and definitely needs that. Oh god, no. Yeah. And he has 10 more last hits than a Drow Ranger. This is actually super hard for these two heroes. I mean, Warlock's great against the solo lane. But with just as loud, you just kind of trade and spam Shadow Word and shit. But with the Drow aura. But with two of these heroes, especially someone who like has the Leech Seed to throw out, potential armor later, and who hits quite hard, Twin Protector, that impact gets potentially less, if that makes sense. So now, then you're stuck with a Warlock who can't really thing, and a Drow Ranger who doesn't really have the damage to contest.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I am running.
He's mid, yeah, with the haste rune. So next, yes, spells available, but of course, very hard to line up a light strike array with a haste rune going. Not much will happen with that, but yeah, still. Make his way back down bottom. He's in this, there's no... That's essentially what he is.
Yeah.
There's... Still gets a Leech Seed off of the range, good stun, so... But they're still going for it here. Rupture comes through, Afterlife, and he's done whatever he wants it. Amplify damage to keep track. And...
Dire's middle tower.
Well, G's very deep, so he'll just TP out.
Fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. And all he's doing, like, wise or like hero position dynamic wise, is kind of keeping silent, kind of babysitting, like straight up babysitting the real here on the Ursa, just sitting in lane with him rather than stacking, pulling even. That's like the extent of his impact, bro. Alright, gonna go on Lena. No TP actually onto Nyx. Silent, well, straight to late TP. Nice Ice Path though. Nyx still with the rush on top of him, walks around a little bit, throws out some spells onto G, but now Slayer and Silent, they keep track of him and they will be able to finish up the kills, so 4 rotations end up being enough.
But
Oh god, fuck. I missed that one. Afterlife, ooh, that's a straight up solo kill, wow. Look at this! Look at this, Afterlife, he's... Okay, what is happening here? Oh, okay, they're just running. But yeah, Afterlife, he's level freaking 8. That's a level 5 Draw Ranger. Just gonna keep going here as well. I just intercept Lena here, going towards the bottom rune. Afterlife just walks right into it. Nyx is unaware. Looks somewhere else on the map or something, but that's the highest value kill that you could have gotten. Was on top of the dwarf chart, but now with that kill, Afterlife just claimed that by a couple gold coins.
A prize.
Yeah. It's not even... ILTW doesn't even have his level 6 yet, so this jungle is painfully slow. He's forced into it anyway, because, well, the rest of his team barely smoking up to try and attempt to regain some map control after their side of the map.
Dire's middle tower is under
They
attack.
might find Silent. He's playing a bit greedy and well, he's level 6, he can throw out some spells to try and turn us around if he doesn't get the chain lock. Yeah, he gets silenced up. Giving armor, actually keeping him alive! he's surviving this too. The rush on top of the next assassin. Blood Circle Raid just to zone him out, but now the Blood Raid. Forcing M19 still stick around in the danger zone, but Vega able to follow up. It's a huge rotation too, right? I mean, they would have putting up pressure in mid here with ILTW, so but of course that's being healed up. And he barely got his level 6. Will it though, right? So, I mean, he's...
Top tower is under attack.
What is that juke spot? I've never seen that in the history of Dota. Yeah. Well, Afterlife still hanging around in this very first
Radiant's
life
top
quiz.
tower is under attack.
Visiting home just yet. But yeah, G. Oh god. They finally get silent. Alright. That was just straight up greedy, wasn't it? Just like right there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. 3 kills, many contested last hits. Bomb as well, I would imagine. Yeah, he's recovered. And we haven't talked about the Ursa, but he's finished up that Vladimir's offering. You have that amplified damage. All of that adds up to a very quick Roshan. M19, they seem to be aware of it, but can really do anything. Without the coil? Not really. Without level 6 Warlock? Just have to give this up. Oh, my hero rupture here. Funnick, he's in a lot of trouble. Please don't die. I've got you as the last player to die, but it doesn't look like that's the case now. LTW dropping very, very low. They still keep track of him, slowed down slightly by the upheaval. 3, so they can't finish up on that kill. Space creative. You get Roche, they can kill. What more do you want? Afterlife Blink, I guess, who is still halfway there. Face red, it's also lining up much better with Ursa's blink. He's still like 500 gold behind his ladder, and now he's focusing on his farm, so he's still getting slightly ahead of his carry. But that's like the big blink combo that you're looking for. Early blink with ladder, early blink with Ursa. Then you have the setup as well as the follow up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Funnick! Dodges the silence, still gets ruptured though, and Slayer is not gonna get close enough. The Kyo dies again, mid. Okay.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Nisha set up within it. Let's see that will.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They don't lose the towers because Screen Protector. Sounds like a Dota 2 bots tweet, but that's what it is, really. Such an annoying hero to deal with.
Living armor, but also, you know, the laning stage, the threat he poses on the map.
That is suits up to set up on Silent. He will be zapped down despite the overgrowth.
3 ultimates committed.
Yeah. They really want this tower, and for that, the Water Golem will be invaluable, but they actually tank a tower aggro. Be zoned out by G.
I'm not even gonna get the tower. They committed 3 ultimates for a kill and a bit of chip damage towards the tower, but like we pointed out, chip damage doesn't do jack shit if you have a Treant Protector.
Just sad that all these kills have to be in Jakira. Hashtag stop dragon abuse.
Ursa has a Blink Decker and he sees a Draw Ranger.
Right, keeping out his blink deck of his own, but yeah, oh god. You'll still get this kill. What? Come on, dude. Come on. Could have committed for that. You're freaking ages.
The thing is, he didn't realize that the Draw Ranger TP'd in. If he had known that she TP'd in, I think he would have gone for it, because he should have known that then the next TP would have been delayed. Because Nyx Assassin wouldn't have been unranged, or wouldn't have made it on time to actually save her.
Even if he was, like, I don't see a Nyx Assassin kill it.
Ironically, by the way, Nyx Assassin pinged it out. He's like, dude, be careful there. Like, he constantly pinged out the Draw Ranger, so... I will say that it has been a bit obvious, I guess. You know, you don't see the Ursa for like, what, 60 minutes, pretty much? I guess he's been part of like 2 kills or something, but you don't really see him for too long. What could he be up to?
Well, I'll tell you what the Slaughter's up to. Just showing off his blink on top of Melina. He's not gonna rupture, but still a lot of damage over time top of him. G just dropping someone else instead. 2 kills. Easy.
I think my game time prediction is totally off.
Radiant's bottom tower
Possibly.
is under attack.
I'll let you go into picking it as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Smoke and kills is also
Hash-
incorrect because I
hashtag
pressed
Blitzskin.
0 and it's 1. Oh yeah, absolutely, Blitzskin. Every day of the week. But now Funnick, he's actually completely out of mana. And noticed that one, so good on him. Got enough of the stick charges for the orb, but not enough time to actually jump to the high ground. Now Overdrove, keeping Nyx Assassin in check, follow up with the Ice Path. Ursa got hit by the stun, but look at this damage!
Radiant's middle tower
Where's that coming from?
attack.
It's quite funny how Dota is sometimes. You know, if you just look at this game, if you haven't watched a single CIS game, and you look at this game, you have to think to yourself, wow, Vega has to be like the absolute favorites, and M19 are probably at the bottom of the table, right? But no.
Not really.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And some of these things can be very subtle, like you talk with Garda, might get it back into that in a moment here. Slayer, dropping very, very low, but Living Armor keeping him alive, but now Nyx is in trouble. Afterlife with a blink stun, no immediate follow-up though. Ursa, no mana to really come in with your power. He's not really confident enough. It's the Lucid Jakiro moment. But yeah, I was talking briefly with Garda, and
Dire's middle tower
sometimes
is
these
under
drafts, they look so strong because the laning stage worked out. But if the laning stage just goes a little bit different, if Drow Ranger doesn't get shut down as much, maybe M19 is the one who's just looking absolutely dumb. Right? Some of these subtle changes can have a butterfly effect in a game of Dota.
Of course, and this is why I think Dota is or why it's so important in Dota to have best of 3 tournaments. Not to go on a rant about this qualifier format, but I think a lot of the times teams would. Oh, never mind.
The crush from Afterlife. They get the detection onto the next assassin with the ultimate, I believe. Oh no, that was the other target. They still bring him down though, so it doesn't matter whatsoever.
But yeah, because again, I don't think that M19 is a bad team by any means. I think if you watched them up until now, I think you would argue that they're surprisingly strong actually. But the fact that, like you said, one thing can lead to another, and then suddenly your draft looks like shit and garbage, even though you are actually pretty good. It's these things that I think is why Dota should be a best of 3 game, and why I think if we see M19 in a best of 3 in the playoffs, which we're guaranteed to see, I think we'll see a completely different M19 than we see in this game. But right now, Vega look very dominating. M19, they look like almost amateurs in comparison, just because nothing is working for them right now, and everything is working for Vega.
Well, maybe it's a little bit. I guess it's 20 minutes in, so it's not too early to think about ways how M19 could. Because there are some tools available now, right? Puck struggling. It didn't go for the Veil, just trying to go straight towards his Blink, which they desperately need as well. So once he has that up, you can definitely see like a Blink Call on a few heroes, Fatal Bonds starting to come out on Warlock as well into the Golem. So there's some potential, but it's going to be down to Vega's Quadrant, kind of not positioning himself properly, being caught up in Nyx. You need some help from Vega to make this happen.
I think it's a bit of a mistake for Phonic though to not go for the Veil straight away. If he had gone for the Whale, he'd be much tankier than he is right now. Oh my god, the Diacuria dies and has a Mythril Hammer. That was supposed to be a BKB, or that was also supposed to be Alina here in the mid lane, but she's gone. But yeah.
Well, he doesn't have the full BKB, the other items, so it's at the end of the day, it's just like what, 24 damage? Yeah. Osa doesn't care
and
about
wards and
24 damage.
sentries. Wards and sentries.
That's the more important one. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that going for Veil on the Puck would have been much better. Makes him more tanky, and I'm pretty sure like one situation or two he might have even survived if he had just had more armor.
Maybe they could have gotten the kill on silent early if he had it at that point. Not sure if that was too early. First place, but it's a decision that you make. You have limited resources, and you'll only find out if that was the right choice or not. If depending on whether you find some good links or not, and some good initiations. Right now, all they really find, they keep finding Jakiro. At the end of the day, it's only Jakiro. Launcher comes through as well onto the Puck. Can't do anything.
The thing is, if you're Vega, you're still okay with the trade, because again, you take a tier 2, you get a lot of map control, and you only lose a Jakiro for it. And it almost seems deliberate at this point. They're like, yo, can you just throw yourself at this tower so we can take it? Because at first it looked like they were considering maybe baiting him, but then they realized, oh, you know what, let's just die for the tower. It's fine. As for the other items in this game, the Radiant, they don't really have a big item coming up. They do have the Blink now on the Puck, but outside of that, they don't really have, that one item that could help them. I do think like a Force Staff or like a Glimmer Cape could be huge for them, but none of the supports are really close to any items. And the Draw Ranger, I guess she's sort of close. She's halfway to a Force Staff. She's halfway to a Force Staff.
It's great that ILTW is sort of keeping up at the very least after this disastrous landing stage. That's also one of these heroes that still can come back, but just leave her alone. It takes them to towers on the other side of the map here from where the rest of the heroes are. Right now though, that's not M19's game plan. They try and leverage this Blink, they want to leverage the Golem as much as they can, but Misha can only go as far as the sentries, and still have some of these.
The first tier 1 for M19. Draw Ranger lineup takes the first tier 1 22 minutes in.
They're losing 4 of their own towers.
Yep. But this is, this is Vega also just playing very strategically and playing very smartly. Again, I highlighted in the laning stage the fact that they let the Jakiro be by himself in the dual lane. Well, sort of by himself, but pulling and stacking by himself. That did give him the experience to get an early level 4 on the Liquid Fire, and with that it's much easier to take those towers.
what's next here on the item docket for? Yeah, I guess the real you. Well, we were talking about the BKB earlier. Same for G, by the looks of it. So is that just the timing to go? Alright, we have BKBs. We don't care about silences. We don't care as much about the arena. Just keep going. Get the tier 2s. Get Roche again.
Well, they're certainly not really scared about the physical damage from this Draw Ranger lineup just yet, as ironic as that may sound. But they just don't really deal that much damage just yet. Draw Ranger only has, you know, 2 items really that provide agility, and outside of that, she's just very underleveled as well. And if you're Vega with the Aegis now and your 2 BKBs, I definitely think you try and force something. You don't really want to give the Draw Ranger lineup a way to get back into this game like they are right now. They have to sacrifice this tower because they're going to go for the Aegis, but you don't really want to give them more. Oh!
Came in to try and steal it, but Nurgan's ruptured up. And he will be dead, will he?
That was not worth it.
Like, he saw that the Aegis wasn't picked up immediately. He was picking up the cheese first, then kinda had to venture around the inventory slots. Damn, that was crazy.
Maybe he spent too much time staring at the moon. Anyway, yeah, now that these BKBs are up, you have cheese, you have Aegis, I kind of expect Vega to try and force something now. There's no real reason to give M19 more time to farm up items. And if you look at the Lina, they do farm up items. Lina almost has her Bloodstone.
Yeah.
So you really don't really want to give them that much more time because you are ahead.
Still 900 gold away, but yeah, it's definitely a concern. But it looks like Vega, they know that too. So grouping up towards this middle lane, tier 2 to tower. Bottom lane is kind of being pushed far in moderating side, so that's not too much of a concern. The deep push from M19 is also actually pretty decent if they can get close enough. Throw that Illusory Orb and the Dragon Slave from the Lena will finish up the wave quite handily. They'll come in to play once the high ground
Middle tower is under attack.
appears. Till then, Vega have a catapult, right?
Not sure what Vega is doing right now.
Yeah.
It feels like they're trying to go for this sort of like split push game where the 4 of them will siege the tier 2 mid and the Jakir will sort of like split push the other tier 2. But Jakir is A, not close to it, and B, the others can't really siege that well. Ursa doesn't siege that well, certainly not against Puck and Lina, or the Warlock, or you know, a lot of these heroes are just very good against sieging, and I don't know, it feels like Vega is just not on really top of this game right now. Even though they're ahead, it feels like they're not really sure what to do. Like, guys, you know, what do we do?
Surely this can't be a matter of like maybe they don't know how far ahead they are, because certainly they should have enough game sense that to figure out that they have the option to just run over M19.
They might just want to wait for 1 more item, or maybe 2 more items on certain heroes, or you know, I guess they waited for Jakir to push in the tier 2 bottom. They feel more comfortable pushing this one, but I still feel like they just wasted a lot of time mid.
Yeah, they could have at least taken the tier 2. I can definitely understand pushing a side lane high ground rather than the mid lane first, because like all of these shrines and the way the pressure works on the other sides of the map and whatnot. Well, they will find Lena, so that's good. He just picked up the Bloodstone too. Good dodge there on Afterlife on the Light Strike Array. Deny comes out, so already just picked up down to 8 charge. Someone needs a rough stop though. Actually, do they really? Well, Living Arbor says no.
Yep, looks like they're just gonna go for this now. Or are they? Nope, they're just gonna fall back. Maybe. See, they seem so indecisive. They seem a bit indecisive as to, you know, do we go, do we not go? The Lena's gonna be back, 5-on-5. Do we really want to take this? They have all these big AoE ultimates, and I think this is pretty much what you said. I'm not sure they really know how far ahead they actually are in terms of net worth and in terms of items. They have these BKBs. What are they gonna do once those BKBs are up? Like, they can Warlock ultimate, I guess. Or like... Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Moment to waste. Draw Rangers getting closer to yet another level of the ultimate. So we throw agility item, precision or damage already up to +6. Decent. Worst. They've spent a little time. Now they get to blink in on the outside, actually. Not sure what Nick's doing there, but enough follow up, and now the team fight control goes to Slaughter. Wheelio comes in with the BKB, popping that one out, tries to get these right clicks off, but the wall of Golem It's enough to at least keep him away from the Lina, but not enough to stay alive up against the wrath of the Ursa.
Radiant's
Got the
middle
tier 2
tower
mid.
is under attack.
Did they really walk away from this? Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coil,
either.
no
They saw the
golem. They haven't used any other order, so it's like, why?
For the
End the freaking game, or just...
Oh, the Draw Ranger TP got cancelled. She's stuck up here.
Yeah,
can kill
there's
her.
some help coming. Afterlife. The blink, search, rush forward to that hero. Man, can't silence, but she can't fight.
It was almost well played from her because she pushed the tree away from her, but because she was in a very awkward spot where the tree line was always gonna be close enough so that the invis wouldn't break, he still got the root off, even though he was silenced.
Again, look at this! Silent cancel another TP from Nyx Assassin, the most unlikely place ever. Misha will get the stun off. So he will still take a spell. It's a crime. Sorry.
Is this gonna be enough to go high ground, guys? They lost the Aegis, by the way, so they could have legitimately pushed high ground with the Aegis. I do think that, you know, in hindsight, getting the Draw Ranger kill was still very valuable, but overall, I still think, you know, when the Warlock Golem was dropped, just go high ground with the Aegis, man.
Yeah.
Playing it still safe. I guess. See, if this was tournament, I guess it is sort of tournament life on the line for Vega, right?
It is a very important game for them. Yeah, they have to win this.
They definitely need to win this. So I guess I understand that part, but I still think they could have gone high ground.
I mean, part of being a really great team is having confidence
I'll take that.
in your own abilities and just having knowledge. All right, we can actually pull this off with the BKBs, with everything they need. I don't know. Maybe Vega was lacking that. There is such a thing as playing too safe sometimes, because once again, right now it doesn't really look like M19 has too much to offer. Right? They aren't really getting too much crazy gold amounts onto the heroes, but they have the
Despite
space
this
for
kill.
these kind of kills now because of this trepidation from Vega Squadron, and this is so big. 845 for Phonic. A lot of AoE gold spilled out.
But
Makes
suddenly
for like
half his Aghanims.
8k gold for them.
He is one component away from his Aghanims. 500 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter. For Puck that got his blink, what, 18 minutes into the game or something?
Yeah.
That is huge. And yeah, suddenly they're gonna take a tier 2 as well. What is Vega gonna do? They can knock on this bottom tier 3 tower, but because the Jakira's in here, the damage is not gonna be significant. And they're not even gonna do any damage.
What they really have is that catapult chipping away bids. 150 health points. Yay.
So yeah, I think, like you said, I think definitely the fact that they've been so hesitant is going to bite them in the ass, or it looks to be that way at least. This just the kill itself already got them a lot of gold, but it also buys them a lot of time and space. Vega was already pretty hesitant, but now that they know that their carry died and they just gave away an item, pretty much, possibly they feel even more hesitant and they'll think to themselves, all right, maybe I need to farm out that additional item. Maybe I need an Abyssal first before I can really go high ground.
Well, I hope they go catch themselves. Next Roshan, something that you can look at, maybe spawn a couple of seconds. Find out when exactly. Now, and it's a very quick respawn time. Both of these teams are in the majority around this Roche pit. DW the only one. Bar no TP for 15 seconds, the rest of the team grouped up. Outside of vision from Vega. At the same time, M19 also don't have one.
Yeah, but they're playing it very well. They're very close to one another, so even if, they walk into somebody, they will ultimately be able to respond to it.
Straight for Roche here, going to the high ground here, the smoke will break, the dodge is stun. Don't blink up forward here, blinking into no vision would have been disastrous, so instead, dodge that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if M19 smoke up and try and contest the Roche. Their lineup does work exceptionally well inside the Roche pit, but as I say that, both Draw Ranger and Lina move away from it, so they're gonna decide to not fight it, which I think is also a good choice. Fighting high ground is definitely favorable towards you, forcing Vega Squadron to blink aggressively, to walk up that choke point, and with the long range on both Lina and Draw Ranger, they can definitely kite them around.
Downside is, of course, I mean, it's a necessary evil at this point, but once again, there's an Aegis, and this time we're all with cheese.
Two cheeses. Isn't there two cheeses? Isn't this the second?
Still
Yeah.
have the other one? Oh yeah, they do.
Afterlife
Valve
has.
it
No, so yes, G had it for a while
That'd be
now.
enough for high ground. Oh, they what? What? He finds Nyx, pops a BKB. It's just he doesn't get guided. Yield Scepter.
He's gonna blink out, isn't he?
Crush.
Oh
Wait.
no! He tried to be cute. I think he could have even blinked without the
no.
Yolt Scepter.
Not sure the blink would have been enough, even anyway.
Yeah, good point.
How did you find him there? That was just I don't know if you
Intuition?
saw him go into the trees or something.
Possibly, yeah. Must have.
Damn. I mean, of course, until Lena Bloodstone was fueled up a little bit more, so it's still fairly low respawn time. Still done 6 charges now, so that won't stay like that for long. Alright, 2 cheeses, butterfly, and Aegis, BKBs. Is this enough for them 2 high grounds?
Dude, don't ask too much of them. It looks to be that way, and I think they definitely feel a bit of pressure now to go uphill, but...
Might get you curious, or the bad counter initiation here, they instantly annihilate Lena, no buyback on her. The golem will be taken care of just as quickly. This is what we expect them to see here. They pop the axe Carl, so they will be stunned up, but no follow-up damage immediately. They are still all linked up. They might be able to get the Jakiro, but maybe it's just a bait. But yeah, the damage from the Fatal Bonds will still finish them up. But at what cost here? The Aurelio is just still going back in. 1, 2, 3, I'm on a killing spree. Triple kill for G. This will be a dead set of racks. Maybe even 2. No buybacks. Anyone with the drive range. Uses it now. It's gonna be down to either W and Leisha. Trying to do something, but Afterlife puts the trigger first here. That's a dieback! Straight off the back! GG, well played. Yeah, there's no way to fight this now.
See, the funny thing about this is we could have had this maybe like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I legitimately don't think this would have been any different if it had happened 10 minutes earlier. If anything, this was a pretty good shot from an M19 stage.